No, I can't do without my bubbles. Trying to fix this, show the candle, be tripping. I hope everyone is doing good. I've literally had the worst. Shout out to my divine feminines. I don't know if this is like maybe the month of August coming in or whatever it was, but I had I had PMS symptoms that took me out for like nearly a week and a half. It was very, 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 very weird. But I'm starting to feel a little bit better, get back on track. Answering you guys' emails. I got a lot of emails. I got a lot of shit to catch up on. So I'm getting better. I'm getting back. And crazy, I've been manifesting this reading for at least the past few days. And I'm a stan. I'm a fan. I'm all that shit. I'm obsessed. I love her so much. I'm gonna try my best not to be biased. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Lady Gaga legit helped me through high school. Like I had a really weird, like kind of tough high school experience, like at home and at school, and she helped. Like her music, everything was really mad inspiring to me. So I'm gonna try not to be biased, but I do feel a lot of crazy energy around her, like maybe even chaotic energy around her, and I don't know why spirit is telling me like I might see something I might not want to see. But I mean, when you read these celebrities, when you read people, that's kind of the thing. You see shit necessarily you don't want to see all the time. But I think what spirit means is kind of like informs of what Gaga goes through as mentally. One of my main spiritual gifts is getting into people's psyches and reading their soul, and kind of like I get a projection of their spirit and it comes and it speaks to me. This is what I do with regular clients too. It's just how I read. So I'm gonna open a door for Gaga. I'm gonna kind of jiggle a couple of crystals together. It's just kind of what I do for protection as well, and I always keep an evil eye around my neck. To everyone, we should always kind of keep an evil eye around our neck. All right, well, here we go. Stephanie, Gaga, she likes both. I feel like she likes both. Yeah, yeah. My throat shock was clearing. She already opened the door. She's already coming in. Just give me a second. She's already filtering in. Okay. First of all, this is a woman that has a lot on her mind. And she's very emotional. But she's telling me she's always been very emotional. I did check her birth chart. Damn, I should have put birth chart in the title. I'll change it later. But I did check her birth chart. And wait, y'all know this whole time I thought she was an Aquarius? Excuse me. This whole time, I swore she was an Aquarius. And they had her birthday wrong. And it's March 28th and not March 20th. So she's an Aries lady. Which honestly makes a lot of sense, and I already felt like she had Aries in her chart previously, but I thought it was just a certain kind of placement she had, but it's actually her sun, and it really makes sense why she kind of has this rage, but it's kind of like a dark, quiet rage, if it makes sense. With that moon in Scorpio, she possesses this like Lilith, yeah. I'm gonna call it like a Lilith energy. Dang, what's her Lilith placement in? I should have looked at that. But every birth chart I saw, it didn't go that deep into detail about her Lilith or those very direct placements. But truthfully, I feel a lot of Lilith energy in her. Like I said, she walked in the room in a ball gown. But like I said, I've been a fan of her since high school, and I'm 27 years old right now. So I know Gaga for being this kind of person. So it kind of makes sense as to why she walked in the room in a ball gown. Very grand energy. I'm hearing there's something about like delusions of grandeur even before she was famous, but I'm hearing it's like that's how she brought in fame is the fact that she acted like she was famous before she was famous. I don't know why, but she's bringing up Kanye West. There could be something there in the future. I don't know what that was, or maybe there's something going on behind the scenes with Kanye in the celebrity world. That's really random that she just brought him up like that. But also, what I really feel, I'm getting this like Snow White energy from her. It's like I'm seeing Snow White, you know, the scene where she sings to the birds and the animals, and they just all kind of file around her. I don't know if Gaga's invested in a farm or she wants to invest in a farm or some kind of meat or some kind of something. I feel like she does energy protection to make sure because she's giving me a hard time. So she definitely does energy protection to make sure people can't necessarily read her. But I got in and I like her. I like her. She's very you know, the Nine of Swords popped out. She's very, like I said, this is a woman that has a lot on her mind. That's the first thing I said about her. And the Nine of Swords is the card that happened to come out when I split the deck, and I'm all in her energy right now. She's smiling at me. She winked at me. It's good. Okay, we're good. We're clear. The only person that kind of kicked me out of their energy was FKA Twigs. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty funny though. She's cute with her British accent. Like I said, I feel like there's a lot going on behind the scenes with her. I feel like there's a lot on her heart chakra. You know, this is the Nine of Swords, which represents the mind, but I'm having a vision of a heart. I feel like there's a lot of energy on Lady Gaga's heart chakra. I feel like she goes through I told you guys, I feel like there's something about her mind that's very unique. I'm hearing she has a creator's mind. And if you've ever really been around a true creator, a true artist, you kind of, or if you are one, you kind of know how their mind works. Like their mind goes a mile a minute. Sometimes they don't rest. You know what I'm saying? Like a true creator. Like I've really been blessed to be around people that are in the music industry, creative industry, a whole bunch of other things. And I'm telling you, the way a creator's mind works is crazy. And she definitely has one. Maybe even Wild Four of Swords. I feel like she could even, I feel like she might be prescribed medication, but she might not like to take her medication, or it's like at one point she did take it, but then she didn't like it's mixed up for her. But I feel like this stems from trauma. This Nine of Swords and the Four of Swords on the back of the deck. You know, she did have a documentary, and honestly, I can't lie to you. You guys, I haven't fully watched. What's that movie she did with, oh, what's his name? The movie with Shallow in it. A Star is Born. Okay. Honestly, I still haven't watched A Star is Born because I'm not ready to cry that hard. Like, I'm not even playing with you guys. That's how much I'm a stan. And when she had the documentary, I remember her showing a snippet of her being in pain. Like, something about maybe pinched nerve. Yeah. Okay, that's what it was. She has pinched nerves. That's why the back of my neck is hurting so bad. That's crazy because when I was starting to manifest this reading before I turned on the camera, the back of my neck was hurting. Like, kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. I have to put some crystals on the back of my neck. I really feel like she deals with a lot of body issues. Body issues from abusing maybe certain substances, but it all stems from mental trauma. You know, she did talk about, what was it, this year or last year, how she was raped and, oh shit, you can't say that word on YouTube. She was AR'd, sorry, trigger warning, and she had become pregnant by a producer, and either, forgive me if I believe either she had an abortion or she miscarried because of stress in the situation, And I also remember at one part of her career, well, she's still open about it, how she abused cocaine for a long time. And cocaine is a very, very, very intense drug. I live in Miami, let me tell you. And I've been a waitress for like 8 years. When I tell you at this point, I can spot someone on coke as if it's like someone wearing red shoes. It, honey, okay? Cocaine is very intense, and I know she talks about being on it, and I feel like that's kind of caused a lot of her mental issues to this day. And I feel like not just her mental issues, but also it's something here about like trusting herself and balance. And she relives the past, man. Yeah, with this Nine of Swords, she definitely suffers from flashbacks of a lot of things that have happened to her. Sometimes even in her dreams. That's why with this Four of Swords, I feel like it's kind of a way of her saying, like, she can't escape something. Definitely mentally, definitely spiritually. Ugh. My mouth just got really cold. So definitely this is some kind of spirit. Because there's another deck where I have the Nine of Swords, and it shows a dark spirit in the Nine of Swords. And the mental realm is the spiritual realm. So I feel like she has a lot of spiritual weight on her. I also feel like there could be some news that might come out that's humiliating or embarrassing news, or someone could be trying to print a story on her. Someone wants to print a story. Like I feel like she's getting news of something, or we're gonna hear about something that stresses her out bad. But she's been stressed out. There's something about her parents here too. I read tarot intuitively, so I can literally just have a one card and just read it for the. I don't even need cards. I just do it because you guys really like them. But what I'm getting here is there's something about her parents too. Either one of her parents is sick, her mom, her dad. Oh wow, look what came out. Wow, you guys. I was just talking about someone being sick. Look at this. Ten of Pentacles, death, Ten of Swords. Someone could definitely be sick in her family. Wow. Wow. Definitely confirms what I just said. But with this Nine of Swords, because 9 in tarot is 10 is the number of completion. So with this Nine of Swords, I feel like she's completing some kind of cycle, or even I feel like someone around her is about to complete a cycle of life. Yeah, the Ten of Cups again. So there definitely is something going on with her family. Like I said, I see something could be going on with one of her parents, a health issue. Gaga herself has health issues. She talks about them. This Ace of Swords also talks about mental health. She also worries about she also worries about having kids. There's something about because I'm seeing the Empress card, even though it's not here. I'm seeing it in my third eye. There's something about her maybe having fertility issues. Yeah, the Page of Cups. There's issues with her having kids, and there's issues with her inner child. She has a lot of inner child issues. And there's something being re-brought up to the surface with this Nine of Swords that's really bothering her. Like I said, she definitely has visions, dreams of the past. And like I said, I feel like she's on meds, but then she gets off and on and off and on. But then it's like she lives out this energy through her work, because it's like she knows that mentally that okay, this is crazy, but it's like she's telling me she knows that her mental realm is kind of messed up, like she's been known that since she was a little girl. Yeah. King of Wands, maybe something about a man, her father. Someone could be a little angry behind the scenes with her. But she's known for a long time that her mental realm is different than everybody else's. And I think that's why her delusions of grandeur is the reason why she became famous. But not as delusional like bad, but as in like a form of manifesting. But you know, before something happens, you tell people, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and it's a big dream, and they look at you crazy. But it was just like that. But she brought it into reality for herself. I think there's someone personally around her who's stressing her out, or could be evil eyeing her. It could be a friend. It could be an ex. There could be an ex bothering her as well. I see an X in this card, and I'm seeing her during her Just Dance days. So whoever she was messing around with, either around that time, Just Dance, Poker Face, I feel like there's an X who's bothering her. Someone could be trying to blackmail her too. The Fool in the Death card. Ooh, yeah, something major's happening in her life. Someone could definitely be trying to send out information. Like I said, I feel like someone could be trying to send out information on her. She's getting wind of something, or she will get wind of something. Someone's trying to put out information. Sometimes she feels haunted too. Sometimes she feels haunted by herself, by her own shadow, and she's telling me if she doesn't, okay, so she's telling me because she has a moon in Scorpio, right? So what she's telling me is that she expresses this because people with a moon in Scorpio, like it's it's a very intense placement to have. Okay, I've met a lot of people with moon in Scorpio, and it's intense. It's an intense placement. And she says if she doesn't express her shadow work through her creativity, she feels like she will become something that is not, wow, it's like she feels like she will become something that's like dark or evil. Like she feels like she will become her shadow self if she doesn't express creatively. But like I said, she has a creator's mind, and that's really how they think. Very deeply all the time. Sometimes she thinks so deeply she drowns herself a lot. The Tower and the Hangman. Yep, yep. We're definitely gonna get some news of something in her life. You know, I don't want to say death, but the death card did come out. So I think maybe either something that happened around her. I do know she's on tour right now. The Chromatica Ball. It looks sick as fuck. It's definitely giving me like Born This Way ball energy. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Gaga feels like sometimes she's manifested something dark, and it's like she has such a pure, innocent, like emotional side to her, like a free energy side to her, that it's like sometimes I feel like her PTSD makes her disassociate, where she goes in and out of this innocent character and this dark character, innocent character and this dark character. Because you see, the Tower and the Hangman. The Hangman is literally lit up, crown. The Tower, look, people dying. Someone impaled on a fucking Why is this falling? Stop it. Sorry, I don't know why that happened. Okay, stop that. All right. But you guys see how the Tower is literally like fire, explosion, and then this. So they're like a heavenly creature or something. She has a hard time. She has a really hard time balancing out the energies inside of her. A very hard time. But like I said, I do feel like there's some kind of news we're gonna get. You know, maybe this is what I was feeling around her. Like I was feeling like something was coming. Something weird, something dark, something that manifested from her trauma, manifested from the industry. You know, the music industry is dark. Can't deny it. And that's what she feels like too. She's very spiritual, but she feels like how do I put this into words? Cause like she's showing me it in my third eye, but I'm trying to see how I could word it out to you guys. It's like she's not taking over, but she knows that it's like there's something about obligation here. It could even be a dark obligation. Just being honest. She is bringing up the music industry. Yeah. With the hang one, she's definitely tied down to something. The hang one also, it always represents someone who feels like tied down to something, but it's because you're going through an intense awakening. I believe she is going through one or will go through one. The Nine of Swords, to me, if we're talking about someone going through a spiritual awakening, intuitively, the Nine of Swords makes me feel like a lot of dark night of the soul energy and a lot of things to be re-brought up, to be purged. And with the Tower card, definitely dark things. She could be doing certain substances again. That's just something that I'm feeling, something that I'm hearing, you know, shoot the messenger. What I pick up, yeah, Ten of Swords. Man. I don't think I've ever gotten this much mental energy from a celebrity. Like I said, as soon as she walked in the room, like there was something going on with her face, something going on with her head. So definitely a lot of the 2 ones. Something about a grand scale. Something on a grand scale here. Ace of Pentacles. But the Wheel of Fortune as well. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in her favor, but there's something she's got to do first. Man, I'm not going to say exactly what I'm picking up on. I think sometimes for the darker energies, I'm going to have to make a Patreon, especially when I do these celebrity readings, because, you know, as you know, someone that gets as deep as I do and sees everything like I do, can't deny that these people, there's a lot of weird darkness going around. So I don't know if I might start putting those on Patreon, maybe like conspiracy but not conspiracy videos, because I'm seeing things that people call conspiracies, but they're not conspiracies. I do feel you know, there was, who's that guy on YouTube? I've only watched like one of his videos. I think his name is Salone. He's this big head white guy. Sorry to say it like that, but that's the only way I can really describe him. He has a big head. And I don't mean this, I don't mean, but he does. I mean, if I said that, you probably recognize who he is. And his name is Sloan. And he did a video about Lena Morgana and Lady Gaga, and the rumor that, because Lena's family blames Gaga for her death for some reason, even though Lena fell off a roof, she was on a roof somewhere. I'm not sure what the connection is with that. I'm trying to see what the connection is with that. I'm hearing something about cover up, but I don't know if there is an exact connection with those two. I do feel like a spirit follows her though, and she knows that a spirit follows her too, because the Nine of Swords represents a lot of dark spiritual energy. So does the Ten of Swords. So she knows a spirit follows her. I'm not sure if it's Lena or some kind of guilt of something Lady Gaga's been through that's manifested, because as you go through dark life experiences, you manifest certain spirits that follow you. So I definitely feel like she has those kind of energies around her, and she knows that, but I'm not really sensing that Lena girl. I'm kind of not. Maybe there was something done in the background that Gaga doesn't necessarily know about, because even people's souls lie when I read them. Give me a second. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords. Hmm. Yeah, when I really dig into that energy, even when I toss a couple of cards at it, it just really seems like it just really seems like an unfortunate accident with that Lena Morgana with her, really. Definitely dark spiritual things were going on, but I think Gaga was going through her own dark spiritual things. If anything, maybe I think the industry had a part in it, or maybe the industry had a part in putting those two together, because she doesn't know anything, but there is something about an energy surrounding the two of them that's similar. Hmm. Yeah, just seems like a tragic death, and there's a man here, so shit. I'm gonna have to put this shit on Patreon because that's gonna be an interesting reading if I really want to get into that one. But that's all I'm gonna pick up for now. I'm most likely gonna do a part 2 on Patreon, especially because that masculine energy came up in between those two. Hmm. This was fun.